Hello there, my friends. We are looking at a very interesting position today. This pawn is one step away from promotion, and we are to win this as white. Of course, the rook is blocking at the moment. And one thing to think about is if we allow this black bishop to sacrifice for the pawn, well, then we end up with a rook and the knight against a rook. And that is not enough to win. That is only a draw. So we must protect this pawn and make it promote and do not allow black's bishop to sacrifice on it. That's the key things we need to think about. So now, with that in mind, it's time for you to pause this video and see if you can find out the winning variation for white on your own. Go ahead. Okay, welcome back. So, okay, let's look at the obvious moves first. Of course, we don't want black to sacrifice his bishop, so why don't we just take it? I mean, it's hanging. We can take this and we can get a check at the same time. But this is not good enough. Of course, it was too obvious. Black will play king to f7, attack our rook. If we move our rook somewhere, well, then we lose the pawn. And as said, this is just a knight up, and this is not winning for black. Perhaps you think that this could be a cool move to continue with to protect the rook. Of course, if we take it, then it's not good enough. Then black can do a rook. I mean, white. We can do a rook sacrifice here and get a queen and then win. But black doesn't have to take this one. In fact, he has a very sufficient way to make a draw here just by getting the perpetual checks, something like this. If we try to escape, well, he can just take our pawn. And otherwise, we just need to go back and forward here. So, or perhaps there to protect the pawn, but it will be a check, and we go back, and this is just a draw. Okay, so we cannot start with taking this bishop. What if we move our rook, perhaps attacking the bishop, and at the same time threatening to promote? Well, that is the problem. We cannot allow the black bishop to come to d5. From there, he will sacrifice the bishop whenever we promote, and there is no way we can block that. We cannot do anything about it. This will be an easy way for black to get a draw out of this. And the same thing if we goes just to f8. Perhaps the bishop will come to d5. Also, black has some checks here first if he chooses to, but bishop d5 will be sufficient to get a draw. Even if we try something like this, it's just going to take it. And of course, this is not winning. All right, so what is the correct starting move here? Well, of course, we're going to start with a beautiful sacrifice. The correct starting move is rook to d8. The idea here is to stop the black bishop from coming here, and of course, at the same time, move away so we prepare for a promotion. Obviously, if black takes here, we promote with the queen, get a check. Black will probably play bishop e8 and get a check also, but this is not good enough. We have to move our king here, and if he tries to get a check and get our queen, well, we put the knight in between, and from here we're gonna start checking, and we are gonna win this very easy as white. Okay, so after rook d8, he cannot move the bishop here. We will simply take it. He cannot take our rook. Then, of course, black will try to get the perpetual checks down here. Now it's only one place we can go, and that is g5, because after the following move, which we anticipate, rook g1 check, we need to put our knight in between. Still, obviously, cannot take. We will promote with the tempo and a check, and it cannot put the bishop here, we will simply take it also. And this is winning. But black has some other options. First, if he tries something like this to attack our knight, especially with the rook, well, then we'll simply sacrifice our rook again. Just take this bishop and then followed by g8 and promote will win for us. But instead, we should look at this bishop to f3. Now, if we promote here to a queen, then black will take this with a check, and then he can sacrifice. Let's just show this instead. That will come a bit more clear. Something like this. This is not winning for us because now black keeps his bishop. We have lost our knight, and the rook versus a bishop is just not good enough to win. Okay, so instead we cannot promote. We need to do something about this threat. And the question is, what should we do? Take a look at it. Pause the video again if you need to. Right, here we go. So this looks like a simple move, but this is not good enough. This is just a draw because black will take the knight with his bishop. If we promote, we are facing a discovered check, followed by we losing our queen and we are down in material. And instead, if black chooses to exchange, well, then he will catch up this pawn. So the obvious move, rook to d4, is not winning. We need to find something better. And of course, we love to sacrifice this rook, so we play rook to e8. We need to force the king away from this pawn. If he tries to approach now, then we can promote with a check. And that's a checkmate, by the way. And of course, if he takes, we will do the same. Promote to a queen, and we will win this. So the king has to move away. He will go to d7, so he can still attack our knight, still have this threat. We can still not promote. Instead, we need to do something about this threat. Can you see it? Well, we sacrificed this rook so many times, so let's do it one more. Of course, we play the rook to e4 to cover this threat again. Now, the thing we looked at doesn't work because we got the king to go away a bit. And if it does these exchanges, well, he's too far away to catch our pawn, so that's not possible. And instead, he's more or less forced to take our rook here. But then, finally, we will manage to promote here, and this is for sure winning. Maybe he wants to try to attack here and see if we can lose it. Well, easy win for us. We play queen to f7 check, and at the same time threatening the bishop. So we will lose the bishop in the next move, and obviously this is winning for white. So recap from the beginning. Sacrifice the rook. Check, check, here, here. Sacrifice the rook again. Sacrifice the rook again a third time. And then finally, we will manage to promote. And we win this as white. Fantastic study. Many thanks to the composers of this one. It was made only last year, so it was very new, and I like it a lot. I hope you do the same. Thank you for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.